Blackpink is the revolution.
Hey boy.
Blackpink in your area. So.
This is episode 8 of the Worst Entertainment Company series. Through this series, I try and shed a light on the poor management and treatment idols are subjected to by their companies. It is so important for us as fans of K-pop to be aware that the industry is nowhere near perfect and to keep this conversation going and to spread awareness. In this episode, I'll be covering Hunus Entertainment, formerly known as Stardom Entertainment. Hunus has a history of poorly managing their idols, a history that seems to repeat itself time and time again. And today, we will be taking a deeper look into how Hunus's poor management has affected their idol groups throughout the years. The company was founded in 1998 by producer Cho who named the company Future Flow after the title of his third album. He initially founded the company so he could distribute his own albums, but discovered artists Rad and Blockb on the way and helped them to make their debut. The company would face its first troubles when there was a discord within the agency, causing it to close down, but the company got back on its feet when they joined forces with Brand New Music Entertainment, creating Brand New Stardom. Together, they formed the hip-hop duo Miss S, who made their debut with Don't Cheat on November 18th of 2008. But their joint venture ended in 2011 when the CEO of Brand New Music wanted to split from Brand New Stardom and wanted to transfer the artists to his company. This caused quite a stir with Stardom Entertainment. They claimed that one of the Miss S members was still signed to their company, while Brand New Music claimed that both companies had agreed to not limit the career movement of the group. But Miss S would eventually be transferred to Brand New Music and continue to promote under their company. While the split with Brand New Music was still ongoing, Cho PD was preparing to debut his first ever boy group. The plans for their debut were ambitious to say the very least. The PD announced that he would be investing $1.4 million into their debut, saying that they would be the Korean equivalent of rapper Eminem. And so the group Blockb made their debut on April 13th, 2011 with Freeze. But the song and its music video were labeled too sexy by the Commission of Youth Protection, and as a result, it was prohibited for the song to be sold to minors, and their performance of Freeze wouldn't be aired before 10 p.m. The group had another comeback that year on June 23rd to promote their song Wannabe, and this time they released their first ever mini-album. That year, Blockb also got the opportunity to appear on the MTV show Match Up alongside B1A4, and the show drew quite a bit of attention to the group. The success that followed Blockb's debut also allowed them to promote in Japan as well. But not everything was coming up roses for the rookie group. Of Blockb's second mini-album was also met with criticism as 2 of its songs were deemed inappropriate for minors by the Ministry of Gender Equality and Family and broadcasting station KBS. In early 2012, the group came under fire for their inappropriate behavior during an interview. While the group was visiting Thailand, they got the opportunity to be interviewed by RYT9, a popular Thai news source. Their relaxed postures and inappropriate behavior during the interview really shocked Thai viewers. Even more shocking was the group's insensitive remarks in regards to the flooding that had recently taken place. When the interviewer asked about the group's thoughts on the recent tragedy, Zico replied with, "I know that many people have it hard due to the flood. With this monetary aid, we hope that you will feel better. The only thing we have is money." A fellow member proceeded to ask Zico how much money he had, to which he said about 7,000 won, which translates to $6 US. They then continued to laugh it off. And of course, as you can imagine, the damage was done. The dislikes on the video were going up by the minute. Comments from shocked fans from all over the world were pouring in at a fast rate, and even members from 2PM and UKISS chimed in, saying that the group should learn to be more respectful. Despite Blockb being in the wrong, the news outlets were blowing the situation out of proportion and were taking clips from the interview out of context to make the group appear anti-Korean. This certainly did not help the situation. Blockb's reputation was severely damaged, and since they were rookies, a response was of critical importance because this scandal could essentially become the group's downfall. Each member then issued a written apology on Fancafe after the video had spread like wildfire. Zico shaved his head as an act of modesty and to show the public truly how remorseful he was. And although the group had undertaken many attempts to show their remorse to the public, there still was a large amount of people who felt that their company hadn't done enough, and so brand new Stardom published a video apology. But even that couldn't pacify the public, and petitions started to go around demanding Blockb's retirement and for them to be banned from music shows. And on top of that, the members and their families were receiving death threats. The situation had spiraled out of control. The scandal had caused such an outrage, and it didn't seem like it was going to die down anytime soon. The constant import of death threats and negative comments caused Blockb member PO to go in shock. He was then rushed to the hospital and diagnosed with a minor case of stress-induced schizophrenia. Their company, Brand New Stardom, posted a statement to update the fans on PO's current situation. According to the psychiatrist, PO has been diagnosed with schizophrenia. We believe the excessive negative comments are the cause, and we're hoping for the speculative criticism to stop. We were also trying to hide PO's hospitalization, but the fans found out too fast. Yes, the kids were ignorant and careless, but this is too harsh. They are all mentally unstable. Following Blockb's return from Thailand, the group was supposed to perform on Music Bank, Music Core, and Inkigayo, but their name had been removed from the rosters. However, none of the broadcasting stations had issued a statement on their decision, and it seemed that they had temporarily suspended Blockb and were simply waiting for the controversy to blow over maybe. And that might have been a wise decision since the group was facing so much backlash. Putting them in the public eye could be subjecting them to even more vile comments and death threats, and that could have been fatal to the mental health of the members of Blockb. After a 7-month break, Blockb released their first full album and promoted the title track Nilili Mumble. Blockb's return was well received by the public, making their album rank at number 10 on Billboard's World Album Charts. The group's road to redemption was looking promising. Two years into their contract with the newly renamed Stardom Entertainment, Blockb decided to go to court and file a lawsuit against their company demanding for their contracts to be terminated. Blockb stated that they were supposed to receive monthly payments from their company once their contract was signed. The group claimed that they hadn't been paid once since making their debut, despite writing their own music, performing and promoting for almost 2 years. Blockb's event appearances, OST recordings, and fan club activities were not included in their payments, although these are paid events. On top of this, it was alleged that Stardom CEO Mr. Lee made Blockb's families invest $70,000 into the group for promotion and production costs, but strangely enough, that money vanished into thin air and was never to be seen again. As you can imagine, Stardom's version of events were vastly different from Blockb's. Stardom claimed to have paid Blockb for all of their activities, and it reads in their contract that Blockb would be paid monthly if they made any profit, and Stardom alleged that the group didn't generate any profits 6 months after their debut. Therefore, Stardom couldn't pay them as stated in their contract. And the reason why they hadn't paid them since was because Blockb had agreed to switch to a different payment cycle. And according to Stardom, the person that extorted the money from Blockb's families wasn't their CEO, Mr. Lee, but a manager who posed as Stardom's CEO and did this without the company's approval or knowing. And apparently, Blockb had previously expressed their discontent with the lack of broadcasts they appeared on. Stardom even went as far as to call them mindless puppets that were being controlled by an outsider. Naturally, Blockb was infuriated by Stardom's statement, and they were quick to respond, saying that their CEO, Mr. Lee, and not some random manager, was in fact punished by the company for extorting the money from Blockb's families. Blockb also stated that them allegedly agreeing to a different cycle of payment and them expressing their dissatisfaction with the lack of broadcasting was completely false and fabricated by Stardom Entertainment. And finally, they assured the public that their decision to file a lawsuit against Stardom was well thought out and not driven by anyone else's influence. On June 7th, it was revealed that Blockb had lost the case against Stardom Entertainment. The Seoul Central Court explained that it was hard to prove that Stardom had purposefully not paid the group, and they couldn't prove that Stardom hadn't paid for all of Blockb's expenses. But the court did say that there was a possibility that Blockb's musical income of 430 million Korean won and event income of 5 million Korean won was yet to be paid for, but again there was no proof that Stardom Entertainment was purposefully keeping this money from Blockb. The court concluded that Stardom Entertainment had not violated their obligations as an entertainment company, and therefore Blockb's contracts could not be terminated. Blockb was determined to leave their agency and negotiated with Stardom Entertainment to transfer the rights of the group to 7 Seasons Entertainment. Stardom Entertainment surprisingly agreed, and so Blockb started promoting under 7 Seasons. They'd release hits like Jackpot, Her, Yesterday, and Shall We Dance in the following years. In 2017, all members but Zico decided to renew their contracts with 7 Seasons Entertainment. Zico went on to establish his own entertainment company, and the 6 remaining members are now focusing on individual activities. 7 Seasons allowed the group to grow more successful while treating the members fairly, something that Stardom Entertainment couldn't provide and would continue to struggle with in the future. After Blockb's initial and controversial success, Stardom wanted to create a female equivalent of Blockb. The group was initially supposed to make their debut through a variety show in April of 2012, but their debut would be delayed due to lineup changes. Their debut did pique the interest of many fans both national and internationally. Certainly after 2 of the members appeared in Blockb's music video for Nan Li Na. Evol finally made their debut on August 10th of 2012 with their song titled I'm a Bit Different. And they released their EP Let Me Explode on the same exact day and made their debut stage 6 days later. Evol's concept was the epitome of girl crush. With their unique outfits, powerful choreography, and strong vocals, it was obvious that Evol had a lot of potential. Unfortunately for the group, their career would be short-lived as their second comeback on March 17th of 2013 would become their last. They released their second mini-album titled Second Evolution and promoted their title track, Get Up. Despite Evol's comeback gaining a decent amount of attention, the group became inactive for nearly 2 years. Rumors of Evol member Say's contract expiring started to surface in June of 2015. According to fan theories, Say had remained under Stardom Entertainment but had left Evol so she could start her solo career. Fans also alleged that Cho PD had shown favoritism towards Say, allowing her to take time off and to skip group performances, but these accusations have never been denied or confirmed by Stardom Entertainment. During this time, Cho PD was negotiating with a company that is referred to as A Entertainment in several articles to transfer his artists and the rights to Stardom Entertainment to A Entertainment. Cho PD himself would have to work for A Entertainment for a period of 5 years. Cho PD, on the other hand, demanded a compensation of 12 billion Korean won from A Entertainment, as that was the amount of money he had claimed to have invested into his artists. Later, 8 Entertainment found out that Cho PD was hiding an additional 270 million won. He was then sued for fraud by 8 Entertainment, and their deal obviously fell through. Stardom was now in grave danger since they had very little funds, but that same month, Hunus Entertainment showed interest in merging together with Stardom, which was vital if the company wanted to stay afloat. The other side of the coin, however, is that Stardom would have to let go of some of their artists, trainees, and staff. Cho PD decided to transfer Evol members Say and Juicy, but the contracts of the 3 remaining members were terminated without their knowing, leading to an unofficial disbandment for Evol. And although this was probably the best solution, you can't help but feel disappointed in Stardom for turning their backs on their staff, artists, and trainees who dedicated all of their time to the company. Blockb's departure from Stardom left the company without a boy group, making it the right time for them to debut their next boy group. Cho PD promoted them as the hip-hop version of Super Junior. 13-member group Topp Dogg made their debut on October 22nd of 2013 with Follow Me and returned with Cigarette not even 2 months later. On January 15th, Topp Dogg's music video for Open the Door was released, and they released their second mini-album titled Arario the very next day, which sort of made fans forget about the title track they had released the day prior, since the song Arario became the more popular of the two, and so Topp Dogg would release a music video for Arario on February 12th of 2014 along with a repackaging of the album. The moderate success of Arario made Stardom believe that Topp Dogg was close to making their big break, and so Stardom invested all of the money they didn't have into their next comeback. Topp Dogg's self-titled title track was released on June 9th of 2014. Telling from the music video, it was clear that Stardom reserved a big budget for this music video, and while fans appreciated the meaningful song, it fell flat with the general public and didn't gain the momentum Stardom had wanted it to. The anniversary song they released later that year flew under the radar as well. Topp Dogg's career seemingly stayed stagnant. It was clear that they weren't appealing to the Korean audience. This is the time that Stardom Entertainment merged together with Hunus Entertainment, and fortunately, or not so fortunately considering the mess that is about to ensue, Topp Dogg was transferred to Hunus Entertainment. After months of Topp Dogg member Sogo being inactive, Stardom finally announced through Fancafe that he would be moved from Topp Dogg to its subunit Underdog to cover a broader musical spectrum. In a desperate attempt for recognition, Stardom Entertainment sent Topp Dogg on an international tour, and as you can imagine, the tour wasn't an overnight success since the group had little funds and a small following. In August of 2016, rumors started to surface that Topp Dogg members Ki-do and Kon tried to file a lawsuit against Stardom for mismanagement and unfair profit distributions. Stardom, now Hunus, denied the rumors and stated that both members were preparing for Topp Dogg's fall comeback. But 2 months later, Hunus confirmed that both Kon and Ki-do would be leaving Topp Dogg to go their separate ways. Hunus expressed their support for the members through a statement, explaining that Gon had expressed his desire to enlist in the military, and Ki-do simply wanted to go into a different direction. It is quite plausible that Hunus tried to negotiate with both members after they tried to file a lawsuit, but they probably failed to come to a solution, and that's why the members ended up leaving. But that is just my theory. The now 10-member group returned with a beat on October 19. Their album peaked at number 22 on the Count chart and sold a mere 3,000 copies. Topp Dogg was still awaiting their big break. On November 1st of 2016, Hunus posted a statement on Topp Dogg's Fancafe announcing that the group's comeback was delayed due to the departure of the founder of Stardom, Cho PD. After the departure of Topp Dogg's producer, Hunus took the time to discuss the group's future with the members. Member Chaennie Lisoo then expressed his desire to pursue a solo career and to leave Topp Dogg. and so the group would continue on with 9 members. They released Rainy Day on November 7. And after Topp Dogg completed their promotions for First Street in 2017, it was announced that members Hanseol, Pigu, and Nakta would be leaving the group as well. In February of 2017, it was revealed that Atom would be competing on Produce 101 Season 2.
Morris, girl. It was rigor Morris, girl.
While Atom did not become a member of 101, he did become a member of JBJ, and after their promotions came to an end, it was announced that Atom had no intention of returning to Topp Dogg. At last, the 5 remaining members of Topp Dogg appeared on the reboot program The Unit in October of 2017 in the hopes of drawing more attention to their group. But unfortunately, none of the Topp Dogg members made the final cut. On February 21st of 2018, it was announced that Topp Dogg would be rebranding and would now go by the name Xeno T. The group desired a fresh start and an opportunity to show more of themselves. Xeno T then made their debut in Japan on May 30th of 2018 with Wherever You Are, but they haven't released any music since. Topp Dogg are not at fault for their group not becoming as successful as their peers. If anything, Stardom set them up for failure. Their identity consisted of being a lower-ranked version of Super Junior. Instead of focusing on what set Topp Dogg apart from their peers and steadily promoting their title tracks, Stardom was so desperate for the group to succeed that they blew their limited budget on decisions that they knew weren't going to pay off. Hunus Entertainment at least tried to right some of those wrongs, but it looks like most of the members felt that there was no hope for Topp Dogg and that they were at a dead end. Hopefully Xeno T can prove them wrong. In May of 2017, Hunus announced that they would be debuting a new girl group in the near future. One month later, on the 1st of June, 5-member group Elris made their debut with We First. They then came back with Pow Pow on September 17th of that year. Elris then released a summer track titled Summer Dream on June 28th of 2018, and that was their only comeback. Months passed after that, but Hunus showed no signs of Elris having a comeback anytime soon. Elris fans feared for their career as the group was relatively new and had a small following. In October of 2019, Elris member Bella reached out to the fans through Fancafe asking to file a complaint against Hunus, demanding for Elris to have a comeback. By that time, Elris's last comeback was 462 days ago. Elris recently released Miss You on November 11th, which seems more like a gift to the fans rather than a proper comeback because the girls aren't really promoting the song on any music shows, but their fans were happy with their return nonetheless. Elris is currently flying under the radar. This is not surprising, given how tough it is to gain recognition as a rookie group nowadays. They still very much have to leave their mark on the K-pop industry, and their lack of comebacks doesn't really help their situation either. If this continues, I fear that Elris will fade into the background, since the competition is getting fiercer every single year. Their lack of comebacks could possibly be explained because there is a lack of funds. Hopefully, Hunus will gather enough funds to promote Elris in the future, so they'll receive the necessary exposure. Stardom Entertainment wanted the public to believe that they were a company that truly cared for their artists and believed in their talent. They even further proved this by going on a limb for both Blockb and Topp Dogg. But after taking a closer look, you should realize that this couldn't be more untrue, because they wanted to gain notability and profit first and foremost, as most companies do, but the difference lies in their intention. They try to achieve this through making erratic and corrupt decisions, while a company that truly cares about their artists wouldn't screw those same artists over in the process. Regardless if the company had financial issues or not, it doesn't completely justify their actions, and that is why they are one of the worst entertainment companies.
A letter from me to you. It goes a little something like la 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 la. Stay with me.
concludes my video on Stardom Entertainment. I tried my very best to gather as much information as possible on this company, but chances are that I still missed some information, so please feel free to leave a comment if you have any additional information, because we love learning and sipping tea on this channel. Let me know your thoughts on Stardom Entertainment, and please let me know which company you want me to cover in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you all very, very much, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!